Today we're cleaning up some of the metal on our place, and we're finishing taking down some of the fence in preparation for new fence and corrals. So come along with us as we continue to improve our land. That's what we're doing today right here on the ranch. So the last several weeks I've been taking down some fence, and so I have a lot of barbed wire in different piles everywhere. Today I'm going to load all this up in the trailer, and I'm going to take it down over to the scrap metal yard and see what I can get for it. I also have some T-post and some other scrap metal that I'm going to take as well. One thing I did not realize until I started taking down fence is just how much T-post and wire goes into fencing a place. So I definitely think I have some money that I can collect as I recycle all this material. I started to get a little greedy. I have another pile that I was wanting to get on there. I've already put on 2. Without me getting all tangled up in the existing barbed wire that's on the trailer, there's just no way for me to get it on there. So I'm gonna go over to the barn, I'm gonna grab some T-post, and those are a lot heavier. It'll weigh down that wire, and then I'll strap it down and we'll take it over to the recycle place. That last pile of wire was just a little too much. This pile over here is a little smaller. Let me see if I can get it on, and we'll get over to the recycling yard. Well, just got paid for the load of wire and T-post I took. And I gotta tell you, I'm a rich man. $3.40. Well, at least I got rid of it. Lunch break. Nothing like eating a good sandwich in the pasture. So the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna be taking down the rest of the fence in an area that used to be an old garden. This is where we're gonna go in and put some brand new corral fencing. This property is the disconnected place where we're creating new pasture. There's a lot of planning that I've been doing to try to figure out how I want these pens to look. But the reality is, until I get everything cleaned up, it's very difficult for me to see what my canvas looks like. So first step is cleaning up all the fence. I also have an old shed that I'm gonna be taking out that has some old equipment in it. And once I get everything cleaned up, then I can start planning out what these new corral pens will look like and make sure that we have good flow for our cattle. mower. Another mower. Got a good tiller, it looks like. Now this can be useful. Good little flex pipe you can use for any kind of water drainage, especially around gutters and stuff. So I think I'll hold on to this. Now it's time for the big guns. Okay, so as you can see, we have taken out most of this fence in this, what used to be a garden area. There's some posts I need to pick up. We've taken down the shed. Once we have all the cleanup done, this will allow me to have a blank slate in order to plan out how we're gonna set up our corral. So the current corral that we have over here is really dilapidated and falling down, and it's really not functional. Not only that, there's only a head gate, there's not a full squeeze chute, so I definitely want to fix that. Like at our other place, a good functional yet simple corral is super important to ensure that you can effectively work your cows. So the last thing I want to get done before the sun goes down is that we recently planted some ryegrass throughout the place, and it's starting to come up. However, there are some places where the rye seed was washed out due to some recent rains. So I'm going to take a couple of bags that we have left, and I'm going to hand spread in some of these high wash areas to ensure that we can have grass growing on some of these slopes. We actually have some snow coming, which is very abnormal for Texas, but because it's on the way, I figured this is a good time for me to go ahead and put this seed down, and that way when the snow hits the ground and then melts, it'll be perfect to help get this seed going. So this is the recent place that we dozed. A few videos back, we were in the middle of working on it. Now it's complete. Right now we're going over a culvert we just recently put in. The next step to get this land going in pasture is of course planting grass. But now as I'm videoing this is January and it's not quite time to plant our summer grass. So what we're doing is we're planting ryegrass. Up at the top of this hill here, I'm having some bad washout spots, and so I'm gonna put some extra rye in those areas to hopefully get root structure going and keep the washing from happening. As you can see, we have a lot of ground that's uncovered, and uncovered ground is definitely at risk of washing, which makes me very nervous. And so planting seed, super important to ensure that we can get roots going right away. Hand seeder breaks, you do what you got to do. I'm gonna seed these wash areas real good, and hopefully we can get some roots start coming in and prevent this from washing anymore. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you again next time right here on the ranch.